Hey, how's it going, neighbor? Thanks for coming back. Today we're going to be doing our second video in our FYI piercing series here at Safe Voyage Tattoo, where we'll be talking about cartilage. Now, the cartilage, it varies from anatomy, so your placement is going to vary a lot as well. Now, I'll take you through the step-by-step process of when you come to Safe Voyage Tattoo for a cartilage piercing, and today I will be piercing. I will not be the piercee. My cartilage is not as well pronounced as my nipples, if you remember from last week. So stay tuned, and we'll teach you. Can I have your ID, please, ma'am?
Yep.
Thank you so much. All right, so every time you come get a piercing here at Safe Voyage Tattoo, you need to check your identification. Now, I want to go a little bit more into detail this week than I did last week on the forms that you'll be filling out, the release forms. And since the cartilage piercing is so popular amongst 18 and up, and also 18 below to 16-year-olds, we like to talk about this week is a little bit about the identification. So 18 and up. If you are 18 and up, all you need to bring with you is cash only.
Cash only.
For the piercing, which is $40, and your state issued and current ID/driver's license. Now, if you are below the age of 18, first off, you'll need parental consent. They'll need to come with you. We'll need an identification card for the minor that's getting pierced, and the legal parent or guardian that is with the child. We'll also need a birth certificate. So, it's a lot of documentation, but if you have cool parents, youngsters, tell them to bring it on up here. After you finish your release form, we'll talk about setup, and we'll do a little consulting on the anatomy of your ear to make sure we get the right placement just for you. Hey, so what we're going to talk about with the cartilage setup today, just because I had originally said that the anatomy of the ear can vary so much with the cartilage piercing, so can the setup, jewelry, and gauge. So when you come in for a cartilage piercing, we'll have a consultation, just like me and Miss Jessica are having right now, and then I'll walk you through the setup process. So why don't you come on in, I'll show you what I got. Okay, just like last week's video, alcohol pads, sterile jewelry, as well as a single-use individual needle and individual single-use forceps, cork backing, and also Q-tips. Now, Q-tips are important, or gauze. Some piercers might use gauze for the compression technique. During a piercing of cartilage, it's similar to the piercing of a nostril, that you are actually punching the needle is putting a hole through your cartilage. So I'm going to use a little bit of compression, whether there's bleeding or no bleeding, irregardless, because I want to make sure that that cartilage is placed back into the hole that it was ripped with the needle. That's important. It's going to alleviate any bumps during the healing process. It'll keep you from your body having to make new white blood cells to rejuvenate that healing. Okay, so different kinds of jewelry that you could have during any cartilage piercing, again, depends on placement. What I have set up here today, jewelry style can vary from 5/16 to 3/8 barbell or a labre. Also a 5/16 a half-inch diameter horseshoe or captive ball ring. Now, during our consultation, me and Miss Jessica discussed the placement, where we're going to put the piercing, and also the jewelry that's going to fit. Today, we're going to use a small little bitty, itty bitty tiny little thing, 16 gauge 5/16 labre. And that's going to fit perfectly snug against the back of her ear, the cartilage, and have a nice little pressed gemstone to match with her blang blang. All right?
Pressed gemstone to match with her blank blank. All right?
So, all right, Miss Jessica, you ready to get your cartilage pierced?
Yep.
Okay, so let me talk you through the process. What I have here, again, the alcohol pads, the marking stick. We are a single-use disposable needle shop. We have a single-use EOGas 15 gauge needle. Here's the lot number on here and the expiration date. and the blue dot saying that it has been EO-gassed. Single use. After I'm done using that, I will throw it away. Also have forceps here. I am a piercer that is very comfortable with using forceps. Depending on the piercer, where you go get your piercing done, sometimes they'll do it freehand with a cork. Me, I like to use the forceps. I feel like I'm more of like a sniper, a sniper rifle shooter with my forceps. Okay, bust open the alcohol pads. Make sure they're nice and clean. All right. Now, before I place, I want to make sure that I'm not hitting you any veins in the cartilage. And because your anatomy, during the consultation, we discussed doing a scalping instead of the helix. After I mark you, go back and check again. The last thing you want is to leave here bloody, right?
Right.
Right.
At least I have a red shirt on, right?
Yeah, right. Somebody was prepared.
It'll blend in.
Are you okay with that marking?
That looks good.
Excellent. So, a little compression here, a little bit of bleeding, right? Of course, I just stabbed you. The compression technique is going to put that piece of flesh I just ripped with the needle back in its place. This will alleviate any bumps during the healing process and keep your body from having to create white blood cells and more tissue. So, Ms. Jessica, thank you for being our sit-in today. I appreciate you coming in, letting me pierce you, and volunteering to be in our video. Thank you so much. Now, I do want to talk to you a little bit about aftercare. You can expect probably around a 3 to 9 month healing time frame for your new cartilage piercing. Don't overhandle your piercing, and clean it at least twice a day with a saline solution. That's a sterile solution, what you would put contacts in. You can get it at Walmart real cheap. Also, make sure that when you go to bed at night, try not to sleep on that side of your head. I know that 3 to 9 months is a long time to not sleep on one single side of your head. I recommend if you have like a soft pillow, fold it under itself, put it underneath your neck, and then have something else support your head so it doesn't have any tension or pressure on that new piercing, okay? We want you to go ahead and leave that piercing in. Don't take it out during the healing process, and then come back in once you are healed up, and we can talk about some other jewelry that we have for sale that can fit in there. Here's my card. Has all my information on here, the shop's information. And you flip over on the back, piercing aftercare card just goes over everything I just talked with you about. It's very important that that you leave satisfied, but it's also very important that you leave with a good piercing. So I do ask people, don't listen to your friends, don't go on WebMD, don't use hydrogen peroxide or alcohol, and do me a favor, try not to sleep with any woven blankets, because I found that out the hard way. And then come back and see us anytime, all right?
Great.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.